Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, and in today's news, earlier this month, the Duke and Duchess shocked the world when they said they wanted to step back as senior royals and become financially independent. This has led to a tidal wave of speculation as to the activities Harry and Meghan might become involved in once free of their royal commitments. Now, a journalist who has accompanied the prince around the world for 15 years claims she might have the answer to Harry's future employment. The Daily Mail's Rebecca English said that Harry has always been a reluctant royal. She wrote, "Harry has never worn the mantle of royal easily. He's always just wanted to be one of the boys, albeit just one with deeper pockets and more houses than most. Several times during our travels around the world since the Lesotho interlude, Nepal, New York, the US and other African countries to name a few, but he has spoken to me about how he would just like to walk away from it all." Miss English claims that the Duke of Sussex told her on numerous occasions before he met Meghan Markle that he wanted to abscond to Africa and become a tour guide. Miss English writes, "Until he settled down with Meghan, his biggest wish was to go off and live in Africa. I would love to just go and work as a tour guide, just go off in the bush and be me," he would say. She points out that Harry's idea of a normal life differed sharply with what most people understand by that phrase. The Daily Mail journalist observes, "It was clear that his idea was just wanting to be normal wasn't anywhere near the same normality as the rest of us experience. It was wanting to live his privileged life without the irritation of public and particularly press scrutiny." On Monday, the Queen, along with Prince Charles, William and Harry, met at Sandringham to come up with a plan of action. Hopes were high that Harry and Meghan's future roles could be quickly resolved. However, reports have emerged suggesting that it could take up to 6 months for the controversial split to be fully realized. The sticking point remains over just how the Sussexes plan to become financially independent. In particular, officials want to scrutinize the corporate deals Meghan and Harry intend to sign to fund their independent life. Senior advisors to the Queen say any such deals must be put under forensic examination. They add that they will be carefully considered on their merits and in an agreed framework. It has been hoped that the Queen would release a progress statement on Friday that could bring a speedy end to the crisis currently engulfing the royal family. But the closest to the negotiations are now fearful that this could take a considerably longer time to complete than expected. A source close to the ongoing negotiations said, "It requires a great deal of work on complex issues such as tax, copyright, intellectual property, not to mention a legal agreement with the royal institution over using the royal brand in their private sector. There are legal issues to contend with, how future deals will be presented, and of course, who will be working with them." Thank you very much for listening. I'll see you next video.